Good morning and happy, little bit early Chinese New Year to you. Chinese New Year is actually on Friday, but we're going to read our Valentine stories on Friday. So we're going to read our Chinese New Year stories today. Alrighty. It occurred to me as I was watching other storytime videos this week from other libraries that there might be some of you that don't know me. My name is Miss Chelsea. So, it's nice to sort of meet all of you. I hope that I can see you all again in person soon. Alright, we are going to read Ruby's Chinese New Year today and the Neon Monster. This one is kind of a fun one. I read it at least 4 times last year. And this little girl outsmarts the Neon Monster. But we're going to start with Ruby's Chinese New Year because it's more of an introduction. But I also have a friend with me today. This is our dragon. He doesn't breathe like actual fire because he's a puppet, but he is kind of a cool puppet here. And then he can go like this. And then his little legs move. Hello, hello, hello. And he's very cool ear tufts. So this is our dragon friend. Unfortunately, I do not have 4 arms, so I cannot hold the puppet and hold the book at the same time. So our little friend is gonna have to sit on my shoulder and help us read the story. So I'm gonna perch him up here, and he's gonna read the story with us. So we're gonna start with Ruby's Chinese New Year by Vicki Lee and illustrated by Joey Chu. Chinese New Year is a huge celebration that falls usually around Valentine's Day in the United States. And they have quite the celebration, and usually when I was teaching ESL for a company in China online, they take 2 weeks off. The whole 2 weeks they take off, and they celebrate, and they wish each other goodwill and Happy New Year and good blessings and joy. So it's a much bigger deal than our New Year here. If you have any name suggestions for my little green dragon up here, you can put them in the comments box. Or he can just be the Neon Monster because he is the Chinese dragon. Alright, here we go. I'm going to tilt this camera forward because, eventually I'll figure this all out.
Look what I did, Mama.
Oh, Anonika's stacking blocks over there. And I still don't like this angle. Okay. Every year, Ruby's grandmother came to visit for Chinese New Year. Together, they celebrated eating special foods and making drawings for good luck. But this year, grandmother was unable to travel. She would miss spending the holiday with Ruby, and so Ruby made a decision. If grandmother could not come to Ruby, Ruby would go to grandmother. Ruby drew the most beautiful picture of her family seated around a table full of noodles, dumplings, fish, vegetables, and holiday sweets, a gift for her grandmother. She folded the red paper, tucked it into a red envelope, and slipped it into her pocket. Then she set off. Red is the color of good luck. Not far down the path, Ruby spied Cat and Rat. Hello, Cat and Rat. I'm taking a gift for Chinese New Year to Grandmother. Would you like to come along?
That cat and rat rhyme.
They do. Cat and Rat rhyme. Yes, of course, said Cat. But how will we cross the meadow and the pond? Let's ask Ox, said Rat. She's so strong and dependable. And so Cat and Rat and Ruby continued on their way. Ox was walking along the path to the farmer's home. On her back, she carried packages of rice and cakes and candies, sweet treats for the new year. Oh, hello, Ox, called Cat and Rat. We are taking a gift for Chinese New Year to Grandmother. Would you like to come along? I would be happy to, said Ox. Climb on my back. We will make the journey together. And so Ox, Cat and Rat and Ruby continued on their way.
Done.
Before the group had taken 2 steps, Tiger and Rabbit bounded out of the bushes, streamers flying behind them. Hello, Tiger. Hello, Rabbit, said Ox. We are taking a gift for Chinese New Year to Grandmother. Would you like to come along? Oh, yes! That sounds fun, said Tiger and Rabbit in unison. And so Cat took a seat on Tiger's powerful back, and Rat perched between Rabbit's soft, friendly ears. Together, Tiger and Rabbit, Ox, Cat and Rat, and Ruby continued on their way. They soon passed Dragon and Snake, who were making paper lanterns. Hello, friends. Where are you off to? Asked Snake. We are taking a gift to Grandmother, said Tiger. Would you like to come along?
Snake? I didn't see that snake.
I know, he's kind of hiding up there.
I'm trying to make something, but
Can you see Snake up there? All tucked up.
It's a long snake.
Mm-hmm. Of course, I approved. Snake loved Grandmother and was happy to visit her. We will bring the paper lanterns. Will you come too, Dragon? Asked Rabbit. Of course, said Dragon, who was always ready for an adventure. So, Dragon and Snake, Tiger and Rabbit, Ox, Cat and Rat, and Ruby continued on their way. As they walked along, Ruby saw horse and goat grazing in the meadow. Hello, said Dragon and Snake. We are taking a gift to Grandmother. Would you like to come along? Yes, said horse and goat together. First, dragon's fallen. They gathered flowers from the meadow. Then horse and goat, dragon and snake, tiger and rabbit, ox, cat and rat, and Ruby continued on their way. After a short while, horse and goat, dragon and snake, tiger and rabbit, ox, cat and rat, and Ruby reached the pond where Monkey and Rooster were catching fish for the holiday feast.
I didn't see a rooster.
I do. Dragon says, "Look right there." And through the shrubs, just on the other side, Ruby could see Grandmother's house.
Where is it?
I don't think we can see it from this point of view.
Be
We'll
careful.
have to look. There's Grandmother's house.
Whoopsies, her letter.
I see that. With a leap and a bound, Ruby dove into the pond.
It's her.
Shh, there goes her letter. Oh no. Maybe one of the animals will save it. She would swim to Grandmother's house. She was so close. Oh, what's happening? Monkey fished it out. Dragon's there to help. Tiger's helping.
Horse is helping.
They're
That's
all
really.
there to help get the letter. Woo! Come back, Dragon. When Ruby finally reached the other side of the pond, Monkey and Rooster, horse and goat, dragon and snake, tiger and rabbit, ox, and cat and rat were waiting with her card for Grandmother. "Oh no!" Ruby cried. "It's ruined! Everything is ruined!" "It's not ruined!" crowed Rooster. "We have fish," said Monkey. "And flowers," said Horse and Goat. "We have lanterns," said Dragon and Snake. "And streamers," added Tiger and Rabbit. "We have rice and cakes and sweets," said Ox. "And we have our family," said Cat and Rat, looking toward the house. As Monkey and Rooster, Horse and Goat, Dragon and Snake, Tiger and Rabbit, and Ox, Cat and Rat, and Ruby turned to look, Dog and Pig came racing out to greet them. They covered Ruby's face with kisses and tickled her until she shrieked with joy. The door opened, and Grandmother appeared. "Ruby, what a wonderful surprise," said Grandmother. "I brought you a gift for Chinese New Year," said Ruby, "but it's wet and ruined." "Don't worry," said Grandmother. "It will dry. And seeing you and your friends today is the best gift of all." Together, Dog and Pig, Monkey and Rooster, Horse and Goat, Dragon and Snake, Tiger and Rabbit, Ox, Rat, Ruby, and Grandmother laid out their table. Everyone was ready to celebrate Chinese New Year, except Cat, who had fallen fast asleep.
Where is
Cat is...
got to sleep? You mustn't lean on your little friend here.
So, this is the legend of the Chinese zodiac. In the Western world, we have the different zodiac symbols, signs like Aquarius, Capricorn, Cancer, Gemini, Sagittarius, Virgo, Libra, Leo, and I'm not going to list them all because I can't remember them all in my head. In China, they have a different zodiac made up of rat, ox, tiger, rabbit, dragon, snake, horse, goat, monkey, rooster, dog, and pig. So let's see. This year would be 2020 was the year of the rat, so 2021, I believe, is the year of the ox. Let me check. I had it up on my phone before to check the date. Yes, the year of the ox. So in the year of the ox, if you were born in the year of the ox, your traits are supposed to be hardworking, steady, trustworthy. You love to eat, especially snacks. So I was born in the year of the rat. Annika was born in the year of the monkey. So the legend of the Chinese zodiac. The Jade Emperor, ruler of all the gods within the Chinese mythology, hosted a great race across the wide and dangerous river to decide which 12 animals would win a place in the Chinese zodiac calendar. Cat and Rat were best friends and came up with a plan to ride Ox across the river together. As Ox swam slowly through the deep water, Rat suddenly jolted forward, knocking Cat into the river. Naughty Rat. It was too dangerous to turn back, and Cat was left behind. As Ox approached the finish line, Rat jumped off her back and claimed first place for himself. After Rat came Ox. After Rat and Ox came Tiger, Rabbit, Dragon, Snake, Horse, Goat, Monkey, Rooster, Dog, and Pig to fill the remaining places in the zodiac calendar. Poor Cat finished the race last and was too late to claim a spot. This is why, to this day, cats hate water and are enemies of rats, according to the Chinese legend. All right. So you can make some paper lanterns if you would like today to celebrate Chinese New Year. Or you can make a paper fan or a good luck banner. So I can post, I know we've made paper lanterns before. I can post some ideas in the comments if you'd like. All right, so there's Chinese New Year. We're going to sing a little song really fast. And in this song, in Chinese, the way to greet. Oh, see, Annika has a paper lantern. She's going to show you.
I made it at school.
Made at school. So this one, you just take a piece of construction paper and you cut almost to the ends, and then you staple it together, and then you have a little lantern. All right. So in Chinese, the way to say hello is ni hao. So here's the great. This is called Great Big Dragon. There's a great big dragon coming our way. A great big dragon on this holiday. Let's grab our lanterns and follow along, dancing and waving and singing a song. There's a great big dragon coming our way. Hip, hip, hooray! Let's wave and say, ni hao. Let's wave and say, ni hao. Let's say hello to all our friends. Let's wave and say, ni hao. Have you ever seen a lion dancing down the street? Well, I have. Have you ever seen a lion with 22 feet? Well, I have. Because when they put the big Chinese dragon costume on, it has 22 feet. A big ferocious lion with fire in his eyes, with a tangled bushy mane and an enormous size. He's just a pretend lion, a New Year's surprise, and he's here. Ready? Then we're going to read the Neon Monster about that dragon. There's a great big dragon coming our way, a great big dragon on this holiday. Let's grab our lanterns and follow along, dancing and waving, singing a song. There's a great big dragon coming our way. Hip, hip, hooray. Let's wave and say, ni hao. Let's wave and say, ni hao. Let's say hello to all our friends. Let's wave and say, ni hao. Have you ever seen a lion dancing down the street? Well, I have. Have you ever seen a lion with 22 feet? Well, I have. Have you a big, ferocious lion with fire in his eyes, with a tangled bushy mane and enormous size? He's just a pretend lion, a New Year's surprise, and he's here. All right, he's gonna go back on my shoulder.
You forgot to do on this.
That's all right. He's gonna switch. This is the Neon Monster by Andrea Wang and illustrated by Alina Chow. Sorry.
Look what I made.
Oh,
That's
nice.
right.
All right.
Forgot this one.
This is gonna be a longer story time today, but that's okay. All right, mister. You know what? You're gonna have to go on the other side because of the way I read. 3 days before Chinese New Year, Shanghai was alive with color and sound. Xingling and her grandmother hung the last of the decorations. Popo, Xingling asked, why are they all red? There is no blue, no pink, no purple. Long ago, said Popo, the Neon Monster lived in the mountains. His jaws were as wide as caverns. His teeth were sharper than swords, and he was filled with a terrible hunger. Each New Year, Neon ate whole villages. Xingling gasped. What happened to him? Every monster has a weakness. Nyan had 3. Loud sounds, fire, and the color red. Our traditions have kept Nyan away ever since. Popo smiled. Now I must go buy more noodles. Watch the casserole for me. So there's the Neon Monster. In the kitchen, Xingling lifted the lid and stirred the pot. The aroma of pork and cabbage wafted out the window. Tong, tong! There, on the balcony, crouched a horrible beast. His jaws were as wide as caverns. His teeth were sharper than swords. Do you see him? Xingling cried. Yan has to devour this city? Growled Nian. He stretched his wide, wicked jaws and roared. All the buildings in Shanghai shook. But Xingling is very smart. Xingling pointed to the city and below. We have red banners, lanterns, gongs, and drums. Why aren't you scared? Peh! The monster spat. That was thousands of years ago. Those old tricks don't frighten me anymore. I am starving. He licked his lips. You will make a tasty appetizer. Wait! Xingling scanned the kitchen. Have a bowl of long life noodles first. If you live longer, you can conquer more cities. Nian stroked one pointy horn. You are wise, little one. Noodles first, then you, then the city. Good. Wait for me in the park. Nian leaped down to the people's square and paced around the fountain. It's okay. Xingling ran to the best noodle shop in Shanghai. She asked the head chef to prepare a special dish just for Nian. All day the chefs mixed and kneaded and pulled. Finally, they pushed the giant bowl in front of Nian. Look at that huge bowl of noodles. Nian slurped and slurped and slurped. My stomach was too stuffed to eat more. He groaned. The chefs had made only one noodle. Just one. The longest noodle in China. Nian belched. I will devour the city tomorrow. But our little Xingling has a plan. The next day, Nian glared down from Jingmao Tower and stretched his wide, wicked jaws. Wait! Xingling yelled. Eat fish first, so you will have good fortune all year. Nian flicked his forked tail. You are wise, little one. Fish first, then you, then the city. Good. Wait for me by the river. Nian bounded over to the Oriental Pearl Tower and circled the large globe. Xingling ran to the best fishing fleet in Shanghai. She asked the captain to catch a special kind of fish just for Nian. All day the fishermen baited and hooked and scaled. Finally, they rowed the fish across the Hongpao River to Nian. The Huangpu River to Nian. Nian gulped and gulped and gulped. The fish bones prickled and poked. My throat is too sore to eat more, he croaked. The fisherman had caught only one kind of fish. Milkfish, the boniest fish in the sea. Nian coughed. I will devour the city tomorrow. In the morning, Nian prowled through Yu Garden and stretched his wide, wicked jaws. Wait! Xingling said. Tonight is New Year's Eve. You need some rice cake to sweeten your future. Neon gnashed his jagged teeth. You are wise, little one. Rice cakes first, then you, then the city. Good. Wait for me at the tea house. Neon stalked across the zigzag bridge to the Huxington tea house. Xingling ran home for the best rice cakes in Shanghai. She asked Popo to make a special rice cake just for Neon. All day the grandmothers stirred and steamed and fried. Finally, they rolled the enormous rice cake to Neon. Okay, it's huge.
Not even one person and a few person could eat that large cake.
Right, just the Neon monster. Neon chewed and chewed and chewed. The rice cake clung to his rows of sharp teeth. Neon's wide, wicked jaws were stuck fast. The grandmothers had used only glutinous rice flour, the stickiest kind. So sticky, it had been used to build the Great Wall. So there's the Great Wall in China, and this is what they used to stick the bricks together. Neon rolled one monstrous yellow eye. He muttered. Yes, said Xingling. You can devour the city tomorrow. But first, fireworks. We must send out the old year so we can welcome in the new. Xingling took Neon to the best place to see the fireworks in Shanghai, the Bund. She asked the fireworks master to put on a special show just for Neon. She gave Neon the seat of honor. Sit here and watch. 8 dancing dragons slid out from the crowd. They dipped and twisted and spun around at Neon. At the midnight bell, the dragon dancers stopped and bowed. The fireworks master held a match to the thick fuse. Goodbye, old year, Xingling waved. Goodbye, Neon. Neon thrashed his mane and lashed his tail, but he couldn't stretch those wide, wicked jaws to blow out the flame. Billy blah! Bala! Neon and the chair blasted into the air. The firework makers had built a spectacular firecracker. So spectacular, it was a rocket. Look at. And there goes the Neon monster on the rocket up into the sky. Neon's claws tore a hole through the fabric of the sky. Just before he shot through, Neon shouted, I'll be back next year. Good, Xingling said. You haven't tried my dumplings yet. So he didn't eat the city. He didn't eat her because Xingling was smarter than him. So in the ancient legend, the Neon monster woke once a year on the Lunar New Year in China. So he was afraid of those 3 things, but so they say. The sticky rice cake symbolizes a rich, sweet life, but it really won't glue your jaws together. They eat fish because that's the word for fish. Yu sounds the same as the word for riches. So there you go. She was smarter than the neon monster and saved the city. All right. So Dragon says, thank you for coming. That's all I have for you today. So we're going to get our alligator mouths out. Ready? See you later, alligator, in a while, crocodile, give a ladybug, blow a kiss, jellyfish, see you soon, big baboon, out the door, dinosaur, take care, polar bear, wave goodbye, butterfly. All right, I'll see you all on Friday for Valentine's story time. Take care.